I'm Tatum Skipper, and welcome to Jackson County Today. Jackson County has a lot to offer. Let's take a look.
Welcome back here again for the second big year at the Mariana Mistletoe Market. Here right now with Angela Arnett. Now, we had the opportunity to interview you last year. You seem to do pretty well. Today's only a little ways into the first full day. How is it going this year?
It's been good this year. Yeah, I'm glad to see it out, people out again for the second year. So
last year was a Friday and Saturday. This year they expanded a little bit. They did a few hours last night, Thursday night. They said they had 200 people. Did you get some sales out of that?
it was a little slow for me last night, but there were a lot of people in, and I think they were just kind of looking around to see what we had to offer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest, that perhaps a lot of them were just scouting out the actions and come back maybe later in the weekend.
Yes.
Now, you're from Navarre, is it?
Miramar Beach.
Miramar Beach. Okay, so you've got a considerable distance to travel. Obviously, you did well enough last year to come back this year. So obviously, so far, a thumbs up?
Thumbs up, but I do it mainly for a hospice because that's one of the charities that's near and dear to my heart. So it's worth the drive over for me.
It's interesting that last year we actually had a very large clothing display, and they said they usually don't do shows this small, but because it was hospice, they gave the same rationale that you did.
Absolutely.
Well, Angela, I'm glad that we ran into you again this year. We're showing B-roll footage right now of some of Angela's goods out here. Always the first Saturday before Thanksgiving. The Covenant Hospice people tell me that they're going to try to make this an annual event. Would you continue to come?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, you pointed out it's because you want to support hospice, but obviously it's nice to be able to justify the drive over.
Yes.
And do you drive back every night, or do you stay here?
No, I stay over in Tallahassee.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, heck, that's an hour the other direction.
I know. It's a little closer than going back to Miramar, though.
Right. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting hospice. Did you know that locally hospice here, the branch here in Mariana, has over 200 volunteers?
I did not.
Pretty strong.
That is.
What's really cool, and this is a hospice fundraising event, we're lucky to work with them on several of their events in the course of the year, but many of the volunteers who work with hospice actually work with the events as well.
Yes.
And they probably couldn't put them on if it weren't for that.
Absolutely. Volunteers are very important.
Absolutely, and just as they depend on vendors such as yourself to support them. So thanks for taking the time to speak to us today.
All right, thank you.
Here right now with Angela Arnett at the second annual Mariana Mistletoe Market. Fair amount of people here right now. Everybody's starting to get something to eat, and there's lots to eat here. Multiple food vendors this year compared to last year. People walking around with sandwiches, croissants, all kinds of good-looking stuff. I think it's about time to sample some of that ourselves. We'll be right back.